Hey guys, welcome to the Fairy Tale Podcast, your podcast for the greatest guild in the world. I'm getting all fired up just thinking about this episode.
So, hey guys, what's up? Natsu here, and I'm going to be talking about episode 194, or episode 19 on Crunchyroll. Got a lot to say, got it all typed up right here, so let's get started. Alright, finally the dragon eggs are hatched. It was so nice to finally get to see, like, the little teeny dragons, so, like, now you actually have the non-dragon slayers actually doing something. I don't know how productive it's going to be, but obviously it hasn't been that far, but yeah, at least now they're fighting something and they don't look completely useless. Everything was going good with feels and strategy, and then Ichiya. Yeah, there's no better way to say that, just Ichiya showed up and kind of ruined the mood. There were a lot of moments where the mood was just kind of killed by people, specifically from Blue Pegasus. The arrival of Cobra to the battlefield was amazingly epic, but then Jenny came in and ruined the mood. See the theme going here? But then the Kinana moment, which I really wasn't expecting. I'd forgotten, because I know it wasn't in the manga, but the Kinana part happened, and she called Cobra Eric, which was his actual name, his true name. And I thought that was a very touching moment because it kind of, it's been so long since we had the Starry Night arc, or the Zintopia arc as I like to call it. It's been a while since we had that filler arc, and I'd pretty much almost forgotten it existed because, you know, so much time had passed and we're on to the new series. But it was good to kind of get that acknowledgement of that arc in there. And it was referred to in the manga as the Zintopia incident, which is why I called it the Zintopia arc. Alright, moving on. When everyone was hit with the naked laser beam, I found that hilarious. Like, when all the guys were just nude. Like, it was funny when we had to dub it for the manga recaps. We had a lot of fun with it, and it was just as funny this time around. So that was another thing that I was looking forward to. Just from the comedy alone, I think. I think the best part was when Lucy was stripped naked, and, like, the princess covered Arcadios' eyes. I was just kind of just a little thing that popped into my head, and I wonder how many people are going to start shipping it, but Hisui and Arcadios, I was like, is she jealous? Is that why? Because she looked to be pretty jealous when he was looking. She was like, no! Not allowed to look at any other woman. You know, that's kind of how it appeared to me, but again, that's just my opinion. I'm curious to hear yours. Wendy's fight with Zirconis was cool, but I was kind of most interested in the naked Lucy hitting Natsu part. I need my Nalu, damn it. But even though I was really happy to see Wendy actually, you know, like, actually using Dragon Slayer magic against a dragon and contributing as one of the 7 Dragon Slayers, I knew the Nalu moment was coming up from having read the manga, and, you know, I was kind of more excited for that just because of how funny it is and everything. So the moment with Rogue and Natsu, where Lucy comes in and knocks him away, and then Happy just comes flying through. I love that they put in the Happy going flying through. Wait for me. That made it so much funnier. Definitely a lot more humor in the anime side of it than I remember being in the manga. But I just think that, you know, having the screen just kind of sit there with Future Rogue just kind of standing there with his back to us, and then you just see Happy kind of go across the screen. That was definitely one of those moments where I was like, ha! Because I don't actually remember a lot of this in the manga. Like, I remember the key plot points, but I don't remember every little detail from the manga. Unfortunately, I don't retain it that way. Next up, the scene in the bell became insanely funnier because every time the bell hit the ground, you heard the dong. So I think the addition of sound really helped make that scene so much funnier. I loved it. Especially because I knew Natsu was going to get sick from being in there because it was basically almost like transportation, so his motion sickness would kick in. But every time the bell hit the ground and you just heard dong, dong, that was so much funnier. I wish they'd left in more of the Nalu parts from the manga, even though I understand, with all the nakedness and everything. I just thought it was insanely funnier when Natsu actually you actually could see Natsu placing his hand on Lucy's boobs. He's like, I'll cover you up, but they kind of didn't show any of that, and so I feel like it removed some of the comedy. Like, even though they did the lines and everything, it felt like they kind of just skipped over a really funny moment, and I didn't really like that they skipped over it. So with this particular scene, I'm curious, how do you feel? Do you think the manga did it better? Do you think the anime did it better? Personally, I think the manga did it better, but that's just my opinion. Again, I'd love to know yours. I wish they had... no, I read that one. Never mind. Okay, just a moment. Kawaii! But Miliana, though. Yeah, we had a very Jerza moment right there, and then it gets interrupted by Miliana, who sees Jalal, and it looks like she's about to lose her shit. So then we move back to Funny Nalu. Yay! But it wasn't too terribly funny. It ends with her finding future Lucy's diary. And that's what we're left with there. So, what are you looking forward to most in the next episode, if you know what's coming up? Obviously, some of the previews, you kind of see what's going on in the next episode preview. But if you've read ahead in the manga, what are you looking forward to the most? And if you haven't read him in the manga, you can make up random wild ideas. Just, guys, if you're going to talk about stuff that's happening in the manga, make sure to leave a spoiler tag at the very top of your post so that people can actually avoid spoilers. It's very important, guys. Thank you so much for that. Once again, guys, I am Natsu Dragneel. I give this episode probably a 3.5 out of 5. It had its cute moments, its epic moments, but it didn't, not enough to really push it into 4-star territory. That's pretty much it for me, other than saying please continue to participate in the hashtag Fairy Tale on Toonami campaign. Let Cartoon Network and Adult Swim know that you want Fairy Tale in the Toonami block. That's all for now. I'll see you guys again for the manga review.